young players, a lot of times, they don't understand how hard it is to win. And then you go, and this is something that we preach a lot, and we've got to keep growing into it, because we did not play that good a game. There were times we were getting pounded on the glass, we were giving up open shooters, those type of things. But there's a couple things. The game is always giving you something, and you got to figure out what that is. And the other part of it is, players play to play, tough people compete to win. And there's so many times that guys, they come up through their life, and there's always another game. All right, we lost at 10, okay, we play at 6. We won at 10, all right, we play at 8. And it's so different now. Every game, the possessions, especially against the really good teams like SMU, and what we're going to see really the rest of the way here, it's so important that you do not get your head down. And it's going to take a while to wait. It's going to take a while for them to understand that. Because we got 9 freshmen over there. And we've got some upperclassmen that haven't won a lot of consistent games or won games like that. Like Greg McGarry said, it's been a very long time since George has won a game like that. And it's a huge win because we had to learn how to believe. And that's not a corny statement. You have to earn your belief. So you have to get stops, make big plays, get rebounds. And that's huge. And the end of the game, what Severe did. Severe is so valuable to this team in so many different ways. Did not play a perfect game, nobody did. But at the end of the day, we had a play call we were saving, and it had a double high pick and roll, and we wanted him to operate. And they were doing a great job of their switching, so we wanted to get potential slip. We put Tyree Crump in the action, which we usually don't do. And we wanted Severe to create, and we had 2 guys in the corners that could cut and play. All we needed to do was play. And Severe is one of the best layup makers I've ever been around. And can get better, especially with his right hand. But one of the best layup makers I've ever been around. So for him to get in that lane and make a play, he's been there a ton of times. There's no doubt about that. He's been there hundreds of times in those situations because of his DNA and the way he's been raised as a person and as a player. And so we're very comfortable with him making a decision. But the other options were that Anthony or Tumani would be in a cutting situation. And Severe made the right play. So very fortunate, and again, so thankful for our crowd. So thankful. They never let down. I mean, they never let down, and it's so great when you can not only hear them, but you can feel them. And that's what's like one of those football games, right? I mean, you can feel that crowd. And I know we don't have as big a place, obviously, but when you can feel the crowd like that, and you can feel it as a coach, it just absolutely invigorates your players. So it was a team win, it was a program win, but it was also a passion of the Georgia fan base win for us.
Is that a Yogi Ferrell play there?
I run that with him, yeah. I don't get the play call, but it's something we've almost just kind of saving it, right? And again, I've run that since my Marquette days. But it's not that complicated. It's just a matter of where you've got people. But Segura made a great read. He made a great read. He split the trap, I think. And he made a great read.
Talk about his DNA when you mentioned to go. He taught, I guess it was yesterday about being in that kind of situation. You got the kind of quick, with anybody out there you can keep up with him.
Severe?
Yeah, Severe.
Oh, he's extremely quick. As is Anthony. And you just got to get Anthony to go more, like to really, really attack and drive. And Jordan Harris brings us a person, having him back. And when we mix it up with Tamani like that, Tamani, for the people that are going to match up with him, he's got a person. Right? But we got a lot of guys did a lot of good things. I'm really proud of the way Ray responded tonight because it wasn't going well for him. And very, very easy to get your head down. And he did. He bounced back. And Tyree Crump bounced back in that situation and knocked down that 3. There's so many big plays in the game. When you got a game like that, this was truly a 50-minute possession-by-possession game. And so there's going to be a lot of big plays in that.
You answered this to some extent about Severe, but at the end of both the overtimes and regulation, Anthony didn't touch the ball a lot, but the ball was in Severe's hands.
Well, see, here's the thing about that, and that's where I was very. It's been a rough week on the stomach because we've got to get better. Like at Arizona State, there was way too much. We settled, didn't attack, didn't go through the paint, and there were times that happened to us in the first half tonight, and we can't do that. Right, we're not good enough to do that. We have to offensive rebound the ball. We have to cut and get layups. We have to cut and get fouled. We have to get drive and kick threes that come from a lot of different locations, especially inside out. And inside out may mean the pass to the post and then the kick out, Or maybe the ball just drives into the paint and then gets kicked out. That's how we have to play, right? Because we don't have that low post guy that's just gonna dominate us. We don't have Nick at 7 foot that can just see over everybody and make all these different plays with that ball, right? So we don't have that. And the thing about Anthony really does a really good job with Severe. They all play off of Severe. But Anthony's he's going to be very comfortable with that because he knows Severe delivers the ball. And what Anthony has grown, and it's got to continue to grow. I mean, every one of these guys have got to continue to get better, and from top to bottom. But Anthony moves better without the ball when he's down in those corners, wing areas, especially when Severe is in the game.